And this is the time, Jordan, where you take it away and go full hypecast, introduce the player and how important this match is.
Okay, guys. So, on the right-hand side, in the blue trunks, you can see the Viper is playing as Aztecs. And then, if we scrolled up in the north, we have TheMax playing as Malians in the red trunks.
Yeah, we wanted to do it the other way around with the Max in blue. let them switch trunks, Jordan.
I have done that. So, guys.
Viper now. Okay, let's go again.
We have. I cannot switch it to red. I only have blue or yellow.
Okay, so you click, shift click on one of the Max building, and then you press Alt G.
Guys, again, in the north, we have the Max playing as Malians in the blue trunks. And on the right-hand side, we have the Viper playing in the red trunks as Aztecs.
Nice! Everything fitting. Lovely stuff. And Eagle already out quite aggressively here by the Viper, who wants to go for some laming, wants to find some stuff. Not really seeing too much, but sees some ostrich, so he knows the TC has to be close by.
Exactly. And it was also very interesting at the tipping point. Okay, he saw the relic, right? So he knew that the Max is going to be on the north side. And let's see how well he's doing. Oh, he's running into the DC, and he's taking 9 HP from that. So not the best start, of course. And the Max is already sitting comfortable here, having all the 4 sheep, and he already scouted his 2 elephants as well. And now he's luring the zebra. So very nice start from the Max here, for sure. And you can say the Viper, he's really taking this game seriously because he's going for Aztecs right away. And as I said, when I was checking the draft, Viper going Aztec, for me, that's close to 100% win. What do you think, Nelly?
100% is a really good number, or really high number. But yeah, he surely wants to get a 1-0 there on the scoreboard. Pretty unfortunate with the sheep at the front there. We'll have a lot of problems finding them. Wanted surely to try hard this one out, try to go for the lame. Didn't work out for him this time. Big question is, probably left-hand side of the map will be ignored a lot. Distance relatively short between them.
Totally.
For whom is that better? For the Aztecs player or for the Malian player?
I prefer the Aztec player all the way because they produce 10% faster their military units, and also their economical advantage they are having. It's just tremendous, and most likely from Aztecs, you see very often this 1 TC plays, right? And with the 1 TC play, you're expecting to have a all-in kind of strategy. And with the 1 TC all-in, you prefer to have your opponent as close as possible. And for the Malians player, most likely would like to gain much more economy and drag this game into the late game, right? And that's very hard to do.
Viper didn't find his elephant! Jordan! The elephant is in the dark spot on top of the berries.
But the elephant will run, right? So he will see it. He will see it, I'm sure about that.
He has to, right? He's trying to scout it with the villager behind the wood line. Okay, now he sees it.
Yeah. And he found the 2 sheep as well. So Viper is definitely on point here. And he's also on the top side. He's already walling that. And let's see. The Max is going for a very fast rush. But the problem is he doesn't really know yet exactly where the Viper is. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Was making sure to find everything at home first. Now going for the farm at home as well. And
what? The Max is going the wrong direction. Sorry to interrupt, Nelly, but that one is so important. He sees 1 gold here, but he's not scouting for more.
But he doesn't even know if it's a neutral one or not.
Exactly. So he's checking now. And he's checking. Okay. Okay, there are 4 gold piles, right? So he must know. Oh, that hurts so much.
Thing is, Viper's eagle came from the bottom as well. Like, you know the direction the eagle came from into the TC. So the Max was expecting another angle, now finds the house.
Yes, now he confirms that the Viper is on the right-hand side. And let's take a look. Viper is already up to fuel age, and he is finishing his barrack. Let's see how well the Viper is doing now, or dealing with the militia which are about to approach him.
Pop 21 here goes with the 2 defensive militia, and with that stacks, most of the time you don't really need to go onto too much gold. I'm a bit surprised Viper lacking the wood, saving that villager there, and now builds the mining camp. Needs to wall that one in though.
Now let's take a look how fast Viper is in reacting. He sees the 3 militia. He sees it, but did he really see it? Apparently not. Otherwise he would have quick walled. And now Viper needs to quickly react here.
Where's he running? Oh, that's so weird.
Let's see. Yeah.
Trying to fight a bit. That could be 2 dead villagers how he's doing this. Oh, this is a big misplay. What is he doing? Trying to quick wall this one. TheMax, is he active enough? Yes, he is. That is 2 dead villagers on the other side. Will get a counter kill though.
Yes, he has a counter kill.
Oh no, Viper saves this one in open ground. It's 1 for 1.
Crazy. Yeah. And Viper is obviously very happy with the position he is in right now, because he's able to kill those gold villagers most likely as well. But he's about to lose another villager. Is he?
Oh, so much happening at the same time. Scout is going down. Is he jumping into the sea? Oh, saves that one. What a massive, massive Dark Age for the Viper here. And so much aggression. Those militia are so low in HP. Mining camp needed to be deleted.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, why is he not running back? Why is he not running back? That's, why is he not running back? Why is he... Why is he running back? Yeah, that's always very, very bad, of course. You know, there's so much action all over the place. And the Viper is able to wall himself in the berries. But he's not really able to finish that berry, is he? Because the militia are right in the front.
Oh yeah, 1
0
HP.
Oh, he's not. Yeah, he's losing another villager.
Nice awareness there by TheMax.
TheMax is also losing.
What is happening? Such a sloppy game from both players. Like, what is that? 3-2 KD already.
Yeah, that's very action-packed, that's for sure. The good thing is, for
One
TheMax...
HP. What this is happening, Jordan? He's in the woodline, 4 men at arms and an eagle. This game could end right here if he gets 2-3 villager kills, and he will get at least 2.
And he's losing all the militia and with the TC of the Viper. Oh, that's so costly. That's so costly. Is he able to save that villager? Yeah, he is.
Scout low HP, and could have been a bit better for the Viper there. 3 low HP villagers getting away, and we will play this game on. Scout might die though. Oh, that is so unfortunate. And now another Scout arrives, wants to take another 1v1 fight against the men-at-arms. Viper has to be happy with this.
I don't like that fight for TheMax. I would have saved the Scout there and wait until I have more numbers, right? Because 1v1 fight with the Scout is not the best thing you would like to have, because the men-at-arms, they lose their value over the time. The Scouts do not really. They have a nice time window, late fuel age as well. Men-at-arms not really. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Viper going for a big task now, tries to wall the whole bottom of the map, not a single woodline there. Sends an archer and a spearman out, trying to get some more vision, but won't find anything. So, ambitious architecture project there for sure. Now, 2 scouts are coming over, but shouldn't really find too much.
Yeah, exactly. And there's 1 low HP villager on the gold, but Viper is reacting very nicely here. And I don't expect the scouts to deal too much damage, honestly. Just don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, Viper is already quick walling properly here on the wood, on the gold, and on the berries. So he's sitting very comfortably here.
Yeah, seems very, very smooth. We see the archer range added by TheMax here. Knows, okay, my opponent is going mass archer spearman. The good counter to that indeed is the skirmisher. Is heavily on gold, so maybe just goes for archers himself. Do you think Viper should add in some eagles now?
He hasn't scouted yet exactly what TheMax is doing, right? So he's only aware of the stable, but he doesn't know exactly yet if there's an archer switch coming. So obviously he's expecting that, because that's something as a Malian player you do. But still, I wouldn't add eagles myself. But okay, Viper is adding eagles, so I guess that was the wrong decision from my side. And the right one from the Viper.
Well, or
Where
maybe
is the
you're
Max?
right and he is wrong.
Well, thank you, Nilly, but I don't expect that. Okay, the Max also sent one scout more to the south, but he was not able to spot that one villager building the blacksmith, so nothing has happened there. Viper precautiously also walls his villager in the bottom, and yeah, he's trying to get rid of those scouts, but that is always super annoying.
Viper now will just leave 2 spearmen there. The rest of the army is going for the attack. Shouldn't really get too much done. And Viper, well, the eagle transition kind of makes sense because we mentioned earlier, a 1TC aggression with that 6 just feels very natural. And then building up your eagle numbers in feudal age obviously comes in very handy.
No, for sure. And we have a little skirmish here in the top. Yeah, the Max is having a nice engagement here, taking care the villager and the 2 spears there. So very nicely done here. Oh yeah, very nicely done here.
Loses 2 scouts in exchange. 1 spearman still alive, so not the craziest thing ever. While the Viper is knocking at the front door, and that is still open. Let's take a look. Can he block the quick walls? No quick wall attempt, or is there? She might die again. Sacrifices
Very
her.
nice direction. Oh, I really like the focus firing of Viper. He's taking care of the walling villager first, because he knows the villager which is on his side will die for sure anyway.
The one at the top there, indeed. 48 HP on that right-hand side house is trying to break in. Lots of low HP villagers. The one at the top, 7 HP. Can the Max pull that one away? Yes, he can. Now sitting under the tower. That shouldn't really work with skirmishers out already.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like that commitment here from the Viper, and especially he's also having to deal with the south side in his base. 3 scouts and 2 archers, 1 skirm are there. And the Max already has armor on his skirms, right? So very nice defense here from the Max. And is he able to save that 1 HP villager? Yes, he is. Yeah, I don't really like the position here from the Viper anymore.
Oh man, loses a lot on his wood line indeed. 35 villagers against 37. He is up to castle age though. Look at the other side. The Max sitting at 60 food.
Yeah, that's tremendous. That's really tremendous. But Viper needs to find a way to get rid of those militaries there. I wonder why he's not trying to add eagles yet. I guess he doesn't have the gold yet for that, but I'm sure he will do that. And then he should be able to clean that all up. And as you can see, the Max is already going for +1 armor defense on his scouts. So I guess he wants to stay a bit long in feudal age. However, the problem is Viper is walled, and if Aztecs is walled, that's super tough.
Indeed. Low HP scouts now both picked up. Lovely play there. And that makes the skirmishers so much better. Yeah, another villager will die. Maybe even 2, but the Viper can live with that. The most important thing are now just eagle numbers. Viper will have so many villagers in gold. Look at that, 14 now.
Yeah, that's a huge amount. And Viper is totally fine trading those villagers, right? As long as he's able to get rid of those archers and the 1 skirm, because they are really annoying. But yeah, he should be fine. He's adding a 2nd barrack. He's also having a very good economy, even though he had to run those villagers a lot, right? But he's on point here. Barely having any idle villagers, so doing a nice job here. And yeah, the Max is really struggling to get up very closely, right? So definitely a very good position here for the Viper, and I would be surprised if there is not a siege workshop push coming.
So in the chat thinking that 8 villager difference now for the Max, but remember the Viper is a full age ahead, so it is more of a villager difference of maybe +2 for the Max. It will still take some time. Eagle numbers will be out there nicely. The Max also had to build a defensive tower, now rushes out a market. Thing is, the Viper, is he trying to make it 1TC play? I think with all those walls and the little army he has, actually it's the spot to boom.
The thing is, he doesn't really have too much wood right now, right? However, he's only having 2 barracks, and I think one of the reasons why you could be right with the TCs in the back is because he's expecting that the Max is going for Gebetos, right?
Ooh. Let me see. What does he see when it comes to stone spots? Left-hand side stone, right-hand side stone, not in vision of the Viper, so doesn't really have an intel. Gebettas would be a sexy unit for sure.
Exactly, especially against ad6. Oh, he has a gap on the top. The Max, man, those gaps are killing me.
Oh, quite nicely. Building enough houses there to block this one off. Okay, buys himself enough time. More eagles coming from the top. And that's another overchop there as well. He's trying to lure the archers away and then could get in at the top. Viper's not going for it. He doesn't know about it.
Oh, he sees it. He sees it. He's going for it. But the Max is on point here with his defense. Very nicely done from his side. I'm surprised that Viper is not trying to push with a siege workshop. I guess he wants to take the base a bit away from the entire game and focuses a lot now on economy. He's adding a second TC. He's also building a monk to get the relics, and now he's sending a one villager forward, most likely to get or start going on the gold of the Max.
The Max is going into the long sword direction. Good old tech man-at-arms did add the second barracks, so that will be tricky for the Viper. Yeah, he has an archer range. Yeah, he will have some monks out, but well, we need some more counter to those eventually. They could clean up house quite easily.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, Max is not really comfortable doing anything here in this position. He tries to send his 7 archers and 2 skirms on the right hand side to do something, but there's not really anything he can really do. And he has to quick wall literally 3 different places, right? And he's most likely missing that one on the south one. Yeah, the eagles are in and now are able to raid the second wood line of the Max here.
Oh, and now we have an even villager count, and after the raid, it might be even a slight advantage here for the Viper. Villagers getting pushed out, the Max still not realizing, and look at that, it's so many red dots all around blue, it's so wild.
Yeah, totally. The Viper is also totally in point. Yes, that was perfect for him. He is able to kill 3 villagers, and he was able to scout what his opponent is transitioning into, right? So overall, just a great thing. The Max is going for the Expo upgrade, so that's kind of surprising. And yeah, now the Viper is just being in a very comfortable position here, having the Mangonel microing very nicely against the Longswordman. And in the meanwhile, he's very comfortable on the top as well, most likely, finishing his TC in time.
Viper just clicked supplies for a small moment, then cancelled it again. Maybe thought, okay, the counter might be working with going longsword himself, but I like his other approach, going for some monks. Goes for Sanctity, by the way, broken at the very top. Viper will rush the TC out in time, though. I think Siege Monk should be fine against the low economy of the Max. It's not like he can mass up like 15, 20 longswords here.
Yeah, exactly.
Crossman now moving in, 2 skirmishers mixed in there. Viper probably just a house here, indeed. And the Eagles will deal with that. TC could maybe shoot as well. Easy clear up. The Max went in for a nice raid, but instantly cleared up and has to tap this one out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he realizes that the Viper is most likely already having a very good, strong economy behind that. And from that position, it's very tough as the Malians play, especially in the position in which the Maxis was in. It's very tough, right? I can understand the GG timing, even though some people would think it's too early. But at that kind of level, you kind of can anticipate how the game is going to evolve. And yeah, that's the reason why he resigned, especially against a player like the Viper.
And he was also hoping, okay, both of us traded villagers heavily. He was early to Castle Age. Maybe it is a 1 TC all-in that I can somehow hold against. But then he confirms, okay, it has to be more TCs than 1. And then it makes it really tricky. I think it justified GG timing. Viper takes game number 1 in a really scrappy one.
Yeah, very scrappy one. I have to say it was rather a short one, right? But also, I think the Max was a bit unlucky with the map generation. Having the Essex players so close by is generally not the best thing you would like to have.
And then not really finding him early on with the militia, right? And the unfortunate hills around everything just made it tricky, right? The gold at the front, couldn't really have any safe ones there. A wild one.
Yeah, definitely. However, I was very impressed by how the Max was playing. I mean, he really managed to get the Viper a bit out of control there. And that's not something you see too often. So very nicely done from him. And I'm very confident that we will see that the Max is going to give us a very, very stellar performance. And I'm looking forward to what the next games are going to deliver.
Yeah, and what civilizations we will see. That's the big question, right? And then we will see Chat is crying for Portuguese or Bulgarians here. And I think they already jumped into the second one. Indeed they did. And Chat won't get either.
I'm pretty sure we will see Portuguese now.
I'm pretty sure we won't see Portuguese because I already see that Byzantines have been picked here by the Viper. So goes for another tier 2 civ. The Max on the other side is going for his pick number 1. He's going for Chinese.
Okay. I said that because, again, I have to close my Age of Empires.
All good. It is still 5 seconds till we really jump into the live one.
Okay, good. I'm rushing. 1 sec, I will quickly mute myself.
Goodbye. And I'm not really sure if he wanted me to mute him myself as well. I will just talk over him then. We will give the Max blue here, the Viper red, and can now see how this one plays out. Chinese, obviously incredibly strong when it comes to economy here. And, well, I'm curious how big the advantage will be. The Viper has really shown to make some defense happen, though, with his cheap units. And, oh god, we see laming of the snake instantly again.
Oh, I want to see it. Please start.
Runs into the main gold, so that will be a bit more fortunate. He's now going more to the top, and I think going to the top kind of indicates that he doesn't know that the elephants can't be there. Probably need to talk to him about that then. And behind this though, he needs to send a sheep back into the TC. Okay, does that one. Now, seems like this one will be a no laming game. Defense is there. All sheep are found.
Oh, but the Viper was able to...
Oh, he had the first hit. He
Yeah.
had the first hit.
Yeah, and that's so huge, right? That is so huge, because now he's able to kind of dictate the scout fights. Hello? Yes.
Yeah.
You can hear me. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, blocking the zebra a bit there. I'm a bit surprised that Viper's still not going back. Is he trying to be annoying there? Did find...
I was kind of surprised that the Viper was not trying to intercept the scout there, but most likely because he was not able to really judge how far the TC is away exactly, so that's why he's running back. And I'm very surprised that the Viper is going for laming so heavily early on. That's usually not his playstyle, but I guess he's also adapting.
Yeah, that is true. Plus, maybe he wants to get a feel of it, wants to get the Max a bit out of his game as well. Just showing the scout early on puts a fear in your head for so long. Like, what is he doing? Forward villagers more likely as well. Also something that Viper's not known for, but we also have seen over the years that he is able to adjust his playstyles if maps are different, if meta changed.
Oh yeah, for sure. And having Byzantines against Chinese, that's going to be very tough, I guess, for the Byzantine player.
Uh-oh, and Viper will be housed. That villager at the front, what is he doing? Is he trying to save him? Oh, screwed that one up. Won't be housed because he lost the villager.
That's true. However, that's obviously not the best thing to have happen to you. Losing one villager there and also losing 2 sheep there. So definitely not the best start here for the Viper.
Oh man, and yeah, now builds the house. Elephant won't find the kill at the top, but yeah, lovely stuff there for the Max. We'll steal those 2 sheep, and yeah, guys, don't compare the top there with the villager count. That's obviously still Chinese advantage in there as well. But yeah, it looks scary.
Definitely looks scary. It should be around 3 villagers right now, right? Yeah, 18 against 15. Yeah, 3 villagers. That's crazy, right? Good advantage there for the Max. And yeah, let's see. I wonder how the Viper is going to approach this game. I mean, of course, laming those two or stealing those two sheep, that's definitely nice for him. And yeah, I'm very curious how the Viper is going to approach this game. He's already placing two farms, so I don't expect any man-at-arms aggression from him.
Yeah, delays the barracks there for sure. Most likely defensive archer range, what I would expect. Probably goes for skirmishers, already walling up some more. What goal is he going for then? The one at the left? Not really easy to include that one in your walls.
Yeah, that's true. But the one on the front is just very, very exposed, right? So I don't really expect him to go for that one either. I personally would go for the left-hand one because it's just way further away from your opponent.
Okay, okay. I don't mind the woodline in front of the main gold, but then this house feels so unnatural. It feels more like he is walling to his TC, so yeah, you might be right there. What's the plan for the Max? He's already starting some walling. Looks like he is opening with Man-at-Arms. He did the same against Dogao, Chinese Man-at-Arms.
Yes, and he definitely will do so, right? He's already sending two villagers on gold. He has a barracks ready already. And I just love the way the Max is playing that one. It's really, really strong player, as you can see. He's done a very nicely job. Was not really exposed to the laming. He's done a nice job in defending that one. And was able to get a villager from the Viper and is setting himself up very, very nicely in his own base.
Incredible start there. 10:04. That's 51 seconds under the perfect time. So he's a bit more than 2 villagers ahead already of the generic start. And that just really shows you how far ahead his start is compared to the Viper. Man-at-Arms, he will get some control. The most important thing is, like, how will we transition out of that?
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, Viper is trying his best to wall as soon as possible. I mean, he's able to get the scout away. That's nice. That's done. But yeah, I'm not sure if the Max is taking the right fight here. But most likely, yes, he will be able to kill the scout once he reaches feudal age, and is also able to deny Viper from walling. Most likely. I like the way that. Sorry, Nil, yeah.
I think the Viper had enough HP to get the kill. The Max just the speed bonus, so that probably would have meant Scout can get away. Man-at-Arms, I think, won't come into that wood line. The Viper, I think, will get a nice heads up there, and we'll see everything coming nice and early.
Yes, that's for sure. Most likely also able to snap that scout or tickle him a bit, so definitely nicely done here. And also the Max is trying to lure the scout away from Viper. In hopes that he doesn't see what's going to hit him. That's very nice. Look at him, the Max is even luring or going away from the direct position with the man-at-arms and tries to loop around. So Viper is not able to spot that. But the Spirit spots it. Did you realize that one?
I don't think he actually saw it, otherwise he would move a bit more. He still doesn't know it's Man-at-Arms. He thinks it's a scout opening. Otherwise he would never build a scout spearman there.
But he sees the dead lion, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He sees the dead lion.
Oh, he might think it's a sneak. It would be the Max thing that suddenly a villager is there and gets 2 archer ranges up, but that would be a bit late. The house was not late though.
Oh, it was perfect reaction here from Viper. I think the biggest mistake the Max has done here was not to build a palisade wall on the dead lion.
Yeah.
I think so, right?
It's actually something I didn't think for quite some time, but it actually made a huge difference there.
Yeah, because Viper would never expect man-at-arms from a Chinese player, right? It's just not the most common thing you see. But now he's able to wall in time, and he doesn't take any economical damage here. So definitely a good position in terms of defending. However, the Max is still having a 3 villager lead, of course, and he's walling himself well in the front. So very nice setup here for the Max, I have to say.
He will go up to castle age very quickly. Look at that. He's not really producing anything. He has 1 scout, his starting scout, 1 archer, and the 3 man-at-arms. And after that, he will simply go up. That will be very heavy castle focus. I think there should be a castle push. I think it will be an aggressive siege workshop.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. TheMax is just... I'm very impressed by how well he's playing. Really, really good. And I think he has stepped up his level even more. So, Yeah, it will be very tough in this game. He's going for wheelbarrow instead of going for the faster castle age. I personally like that choice. Just gives you a boost for your economy, and then after that he will be able to click castle age. But we're talking about what the hell? He will most likely click up at around 16 minutes. What the frick? It's super strong.
3-minute arms indeed, the archery range, and yeah, that's just the power of Chinese, right? Now rushes out the market, is fully walled at the bottom, just needs to find something at the right hand side, something that he doesn't see yet, but there's no threat for the next minutes to come, so he has still lots of time.
Exactly, and I mean he's almost fully walled, right? On the top he is not, but that's just a minor thing. He doesn't really care about that, and he has clicked up now. So, whoa, that's so fast, incredible, very strong.
18-17 timing there. I have fast castle times where I'm not making 18-16 happen.
Exactly, that's my daily life as well. So I guess that's one of the main reasons why the Max is in the position he is.
And we are in the caster seats that we are.
Really feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man, indeed. And those 3-man-at-arms buying so much time. Viper only now goes onto gold, even does fletching, which won't help him at all. One villager now moving out. That will be the sneaky siege workshop.
Oh yes, he has to fight the line first. But yeah, as you said, the men-at-arms are doing a nice job here, and the Viper is really heavily committing to those skirms, and he has no idea what the Max is doing at all. So I really like the position here from the Max. Really nicely done there.
And Viper did he scouted upon archery range at the front, and that's all that he saw. He will be so misled.
Oh yeah, but he knows Max is a very tricky player, and the Max loves his monks and his pushes, right? So I'm pretty sure Viper is thinking about something like that. However, thinking is not the biggest thing here. He needs to scout it, and he needs to be able to deal against it, because he doesn't even have, like, he's not even clicking up for Castle Age, right? And you need Castle Age to deal with that.
Can Viper scout this one at the top? He technically could, but that's such an untypical spot to build a siege workshop. Basically out of the map.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's super tricky. What is Viper doing? Is he buying himself now up to Castle Age? That's what I'm wondering.
Not super
No,
unlikely.
he's building one more. He's building one more villager and saves the gold there.
Cancels the villager now, goes up.
Yep. Right decision, I think. Now his priority should be...
Oh! He opened the vault. The Viper is in. He can see everything.
Oh my god.
He sees the stable. He saw the knights. He can see no extra TCs. He knows what's up. That is so massive. Oh, that one scout just gave him so much intel.
This is crazy. Really crazy.
He sees the amount of farms. Not likely that that's going to be a crossbow play. Now sees the knights coming in. Only 3 spearmen for the defense. Make it 4.
Yeah. And he sees that the knights are not upgraded, right? So I'm pretty sure he's anticipating a 1TC push. And the 1TC push you always like to have with Siege Workshop and Monastery. So how committed is Viper on gold? Because the best counter to that will be monks. Right? He will for sure go for monks once he sees that.
And actually comes in quite handy that the Viper has Byzantines. Because
yes, that's for sure.
The more HP on his buildings, more vision on his buildings as well. He gets some more intel, and it's easier to fight with mangonels, it's easier to buy some time. Now 3 archers even added, I didn't even see them earlier.
3 archers, yeah, he snuck around, but they don't do anything.
Well, they killed the spearmen.
The TC is going up for the max, so he's now prioritizing his economy. And what I like about the max is I don't think he's committing even more on siege units. He just built one Onager, one Scorpion, and that's all he's doing, right? That's all he wants to have. And in the meanwhile, trying to get as many TCs out now as possible while trying to deal as much damage as possible. Very nicely done here.
And the big problem here for the Viper is how much army is he going for? It is so easy to overreact. It is so easy to underreact to this.
Exactly. Like making the proper decision is so hard, right? He needs to make a perfect. He needs to find the perfect balance. And as you said, this is one of the hardest things you can do here.
This is a great start for a joke. 5 knights, 3 crossbow, 2 monk, 1 scout, 1 scorpion, and 1 mangonel walk into a bar.
A lot of different people in there, that's for sure.
Oh, goddy. 1 defense upgrade for those camels, skirmishers just running around. Viper with quite a mixed army himself is adding some scouts. No light cap upgrade there. And Viper floating a lot of gold at the moment.
Yeah, that's tremendous. But he's not really using that gold to buy himself anything. That's very interesting as well.
He should though.
Okay.
Oh, big engagement now, Jordan. What was that? Okay, now Monk got easily sniped there. Scouts doing a tremendous job there. Camels are coming over and just mopping this one up. No spearmen in that army, making the camels just so much better. The scout timing was just perfect against all that Monk juice there. Camels clearing up the rest. Viper with a defense that looked so easy.
Nearly, I can tell. I'm looking like I'm sitting in front of my computer right now, and I'm just impressed. Every time I'm getting such a push, I die most of the time, and the Viper is doing such a great job. Just adding 2 scouts to snipe off the monks, retreating with the camels once he realized that the conversions have happened, and then he's jumping in with the scouts, crushing everything, losing nothing. Like, whoa, that was tremendous.
The Max missed like 2-3 spearmen there. By the way, same counter attack by the Viper. Now he's the one building the siege workshop and the monastery at the other side. Difference, he is already going for redemption. So mangonel defense for the Max, not that easy in this case.
Exactly. And also, one of the huge advantages Viper has as well, his siege workshop and monastery are way better placed. Right? I like this much more. The siege workshop will do tremendous work. And also, the Max is trying to go for the pike switch, which is a good choice in my opinion. But in the meanwhile, also Viper is going for Sanctity and also has 3 TCs booming. So it's a great mixture of having economy and going for the aggression there.
The Max sitting at 3 TCs himself is still 10 villages ahead, so that's all good in the hood. The question is, what does the Max really know about all this? Maybe thinks about some armies, sees some army looping around left-hand side. Not the greatest vision for him in that direction. Did even go for Town Watch, but won't tell. But now 2 Mangonauts knocking at his front door.
Meanwhile, just 1 second before the start happens, or the fight starts happen, at the top, look at those houses, man. We have to acknowledge the architectural skills the Max has there.
Yeah, and honestly, like, that is a pretty nice view, right? Flat Earthers have to love that one. Like, going in there and then you're looking into outer space on the back.
Oh, best thing ever.
But on the right-hand side, how do you even get in your hut? Like, the entrance is on the left.
I think that's a misconception. I don't think the architecture was counting that in. That's not a good one. Okay, so we have 3 mangonels now hitting on the TC of the Max. And the problem is, of course, the Max is going for a siege workshop to counter that. However, the redemption monks are ready to hit the field as well. 1
relic for the Viper as well. Some repair on those TC. Crossbow, very ambitious. Getting pushed back. Pikemen being added here by the Max, but I don't really see them taking nice fights.
I'm really impressed how this game turned ahead so quickly. It was crazy. How fast is Viper? Oh, Viper is on point with the garrison of the villagers into the 4th TC as well. Just, I can tell you, this is demoralizing. I know this very well. If you feel like, okay, now you're able to get at least 1 villager from your opponent and he is reacting so quick that you're not able to do that, it's really, really demoralizing for sure.
Yeah, and that's honestly a raid that should get more done, but Viper not allowing that. Camel's ready for the defense, is sending some back. Maybe even too many if you ask me, but well, better overreact than underreact in those scenarios. TC will go down. How is TheMax holding this?
I don't really see an option for him. I mean, Chinese don't have redemption monks anymore. And of course he's going for... Okay, he killed one Mangonel. That's good for him, obviously. But his raid has not really done too much damage. And now the thing is, Viper is fully focusing again on the push. And I think the only option you could have here is either go for Castle or go for Gore Towers. Otherwise, that's just impossible against those Mangonels. And those Camels, no chance, because the monks will just convert those Mangonels, right? No chance.
Funny thing, TheMax bought 100 stone to repair his TC. And it's just so tempting to build a new TC, right? With your 100 stone. But I think you cannot repair your TC anymore then.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, it doesn't cost stone to repair it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now the conversion here. Viper should get that one. With Sanctity, he has enough HP as well. Oh, gets the shot off and deletes. Not enough for the kill. Castle at that angle. Viper very close now in the villager count.
Oh, very sure. He's having some idle villagers at home at his main TC, but I'm pretty sure he will take care of these very soon.
Some idols?
That's how I call it. When I play myself, I'm always like, okay, that's some idols. Some idols. Did that surprise you, Dilly?
Oh, okay, let's go back to farming.
You realized now.
Sunday is the day of the Lord. We don't always have to work, but, well, apparently in Viper's land you still have to. Lots of pikemen here for TheMax, but as I said earlier, I don't really see them getting into a big engagement that will be super favorable. The Viper now even clicks up to Imperial Age.
Crazy, having 96 villagers and now going for Imperial Age. Oh dear, what can you do? I tell you, it's a very tough position, especially if the Viper is able to get the second castle up there where he's planning to build it. The camels will be used now for raiding instead of fighting. And yeah, I wonder what the Viper is transitioning into. Is he building cataphracts or what is his plan? Okay, he's going for Arbalest most likely because he's going for the X-Bow upgrade. And he's also adding archer ranges, so that makes sense.
Indeed he is. Picks up more relics and builds the university. So all that tech now throws away his camels. And well, if he thinks about throwing away, he actually gets away with lots of villager kills here. Still, TheMax finally builds another TC at the top. Lots of idle villagers there. So many blocking. And that raid is really doing work.
In the meanwhile, we have a raid here on the top side of the Viper, or let's say a push. And there's a ram included already, but Viper was on point here with his reaction. I'm pretty sure that, well, I would be surprised if he's able to save the TC, but that's not the biggest issue, right? Because Viper can just run away and jump back to the TC, which is further back.
I would be surprised if he doesn't hold this TC. Like, it's only one ram, Jordan.
Let's see. Please die, TC, please die.
Monks are coming over, camel as well. Now the second ram is arriving, more camels, and indeed he will hold this TC, as everyone easily could have seen.
That's why I'm not a professional caster, Lily. Oh, damn.
Maybe one day your Age of Empires prediction will be on point. Viper reaches Imperial Age. TheMax reaches rock bottom, and the push now with the second castle close to the starting TC of TheMax. Gold control, stone control there. Did hold everything. The transition into Arbalest is coming.
Yeah. I'm wondering how TheMax is going to feel now. I mean, he sees that the Viper has a tremendous economy. He sees that the second castle is about to hit his main gold as well. And he sees that the push that he was opting for was not working out. And he sees that the Arbalest is coming. Silence.
He sees a lot of stuff.
He sees the GG.
Indeed, he sees that his opponent is typing the GG here. 2-0 for him. And yeah, that was a game that I thought was looking really good for the Max at one point.
100% agree. I'm very, very stunned by the way how Viper was able to turn this around, like, very effortlessly. Like, unbelievable. For me, when he was having 100 food in the bank and the Max was almost in castle age, I was like, okay, there is no way this is going to be ending with a Viper victory. But wow, how fast it was. It's tremendous. And we're talking about the Max. Max is one of the best players we have in the Age of Empires community, so very convincing.
So many talks about Viper being washed up, and the set against Back-T did feel like normal ladder games. This one looks like another very dominant performance by the Snake.
Yeah, exactly. But that's something we are kind of used from him. Really?
Not everyone from AoE Zone.
That's true. That's true. Lily, I have an important question to you now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Bulgarians or Portuguese? What do you think?
Think Bulgarians.
I think so as well, honestly. Because Portuguese are washed up.
Washed up? Okay. Or if I think about it, I think he will go Portuguese.
Okay. Can you share the thought process behind the last 30 seconds?
It's just like he's
a
guy that thrives out of memes, and I think Portuguese are too low level. I think he wants people to think it's Bulgarians, but he is a level higher than that, and that's why I think he's going for Portuguese.
Am I the only one who didn't understand that one?
Maybe you're a level lower as well.
Maybe
okay,
I'm
what do you
higher.
think? Okay, then let's go level down. What do you think the Max is picking?
Oh, which sis does he have?
He has Franks, Vikings, Slavs, Celts left.
He will go for Vikings.
Why?
What the hell? Now I have to explain myself. Because Vikings is, in my opinion, one of the strongest civs you have there. Right?
Yeah, like I agree. I just wanted to know why you thought that. But yeah, I will predict a Portuguese against Vikings war.
Portuguese against Vikings? Why?
No. Just like how the meta plays and how their brain works.
Yeah, but for those viewers who are not from AoE Zone, Lily, can you explain how those brains work from them?
Okay, we're jumping into the game, and wow, look at my expert prediction. The Max with Vikings, and the Viper picked indeed Portuguese. John, what do you say to that?
I say to that I'm still not able to watch the game because I have to reload. But I have to say, Lily, you're a professional caster. I can learn a lot from you. I mean, in casting, of course.
Or maybe I just saw it 2 minutes ahead when the spec delay started.
I know that.
You know that?
Of course. Someone told me in the chat, he already knows this is.
Could you ban that guy, please? Tell me so I can ban him on my chat. Who was it?
I'm not blackmailing, I'm sorry. Don't worry, Jabron Lames, I got you.
Hope you just had the name. Well, I will watch the VOD and will ban him anyways, so no worries. Okay, so we are going into this one, Portuguese, one of the most underrated civilizations. At least that's what the Viper and I are saying. And rarely do great minds think alike like that. And LeBron James already here. Well, see ya. So, the Max playing Vikings, you mentioned one of the strongest civilizations that he has left. Arguably the civilization with the, well, strongest economy. He now got 2 out of 3 civs that he also had against Dogao, if I remember correctly. And the Viper with Portuguese, we have to take a good look at his gold spots, and I think it could be worse when we're looking at his main gold spot.
Is your game running?
I'm at 3 minutes 30 seconds, yes.
Mine crashed. Awesome. Okay, Nelly, I'll take a few seconds.
Okay. The Max
No, it's
also
not
with
long.
the CC lure here. Viper, I believe, went for the safer approach. 2 HP on his villager now. Pushes some more zebras here. 4 on wood for him. Interesting.
Why is that interesting, Nelly? Can you explain for the non-AOZ zone viewers?
Well, even AoE zone viewers know that. And Viper, Viper rarely opens with 4 on wood. I think he only does that if he goes Drush FC. Not Drush FC, Drush into Flush. Or Drush FC. But I don't think Portuguese are naturally a great Drush Flush civilization.
No, they're not. That's not really something they're common for.
But it is a Drush play indeed. So he will play Drush FC or Drush Flush.
Most likely Drush FC. What I'm expecting.
But he doesn't have a great gold. It has to be Drush Flush.
Well, that's something I'm not able to see yet.
Okay.
Why is it not loading?
The advantage to Portuguese, obviously, since you get such a big discount on your militia, you don't need to collect any gold to go onto the 3 militia. What about Man at Arm? Isn't it a 4 wood build too? Yeah, Hera does 4 on wood, Viper does 3 on wood. So, no, not really. Different approaches there.
I always do 4 as well.
I know.
Why didn't you mention me? You don't have to add to that, Lily. I won't let you get into that uncomfortable position.
Okay. Well, Jordan does 4 as well.
No one cares.
And if you caught 3 weeks ago Low Elo Legends, Jack XXX Slayer, Your Mama 123, he also does 4 on wood. If we want to name everyone now.
What are you trying to imply by the low Elo legend now, Lily?
Nothing. I was just talking about Jack.
Okay, so I think I'm close to catching up here, Nelly.
Okay,
so...
and GG, well played, Viper 3-0. Militia.
Nice talking to you.
Viper seeing the Drush from the Max. Viper is going back here and dropping some farms. So only 4 on wood, not really going for the gold. Is he maybe thinking about Drush seeing this one? Get some nice hits off against the scout. 33 HP on that one. John, we're at 8 minutes 20 seconds so far. 0 kills.
Nelly, I'm at 8:27 already.
Oh boy! So welcome in the same universe that we are at.
Whoa, what is that patrolling? Did you see that? The one militia going... Oh my god, going ham.
Maybe he just wanted to scout and see if something is looping around?
No, for sure not.
Okay.
Any other ideas there?
Probably.
Exactly.
No.
Just buck. But okay. So I guess they will just start dancing now with their militia. The Max will try to get the hill, obviously. Oh, and the Viper just... How is he doing that? I have to ask him. He's just flying through that. And in the meanwhile, the Max is walling himself at home very nicely. And he's not clicking up yet. So we can expect a...
Drush FC. Indeed,
Age.
from the Max, the Viper will indeed play Drush into Feudal Age Army, and the approach will be very different. Therefore, the Viper still not sending anything on gold. Okay, now the mining camp, as you can see on the mini-map, still chasing down those militia. Don't you think the Max should have fought a bit earlier?
Yeah, I think it's totally fine. I mean, he's trying to buy time here, and he's also trying to get HP off the scout, which I like a lot because it's all about the scout, right?
Oh, double kill! Robin Hood splitting two heads with one arrow.
What was that, Nelly? I've never seen that in my life.
But you know what happened? He was actually aiming for the scout.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. He was aiming for the scout. Scout dodged it, and then the arrows hit the two militia. What's going on there?
Oh, the Max now fully walling up there. Will create a small base for himself. Not the prettiest walls ever, but they will do the job. Farm count could be a bit higher. He needs to wall pretty quickly. Viper will squeeze in. The Max did finish Loom, so not too much to see here. Viper tries to be a bit annoying, but nothing should really happen.
I'm really surprised that he's not trying to get in there with his scout. That's really something which is surprising me. Would you, in Viper's case, go for men-at-arms or not?
No men-at-arms and don't go in. Like, what do you think you are seeing if you go in?
How much he has on gold, and yeah, most likely he will go archer ranges anyway, right?
Yeah, it's Vikings, and you know it's Drush FC of your opponents.
Yeah.
So you're not gaining any information, and then you really want to have the scout outside.
Yeah, that's true. Makes sense. But I'm wondering, like, with men-at-arms, you could break the walls much quicker, right? And having archers behind, that's always a good thing to have. So I'm really surprised he's not opting for that.
I still prefer early fletching and trying to go for earlier castle edge timing. Not even sure how big the difference is there. There is.
Yeah.
Like they get attack bonus against building anyways. Increases that from militia to feudal to men-at-arms?
Don't ask me.
Probably not.
I'm still learning the game. Do they have a attack bonus against the?
The whole militia line has an attack bonus against buildings. Yes.
Ah, the full militia line. Okay. I thought it starts with men-at-arms. The Max is having 400 food, so he's really struggling to get a proper castle age time in here. And now the Viper is piling on the pressure, so I think the Max will need a defensive tower most likely. Oh, he's going for skirm, so he should be fine.
Did he have the eco upgrades? Oh yeah, he went for both eco upgrades.
Yeah, and he's going for fletching, so it's definitely not a castle.
Oh.
Castle age.
But that means he just cancelled 300 food, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So he's definitely waiting for that.
I would have been greedy. If I see 800 food, you can't get my foot off the fast castle pedal.
Really?
Yeah, really. Okay. If I have 800 food and I'm Vikings, I'm on the way to castle age.
I can understand the Max, right? Because if you're too greedy and you're missing crucial resources and you're not able to defend, the game is over, right? So I personally would have done the same, honestly. I'd rather be like 1 or 2 minutes later to cast stage, but have it safe.
By the way, chat is educating us here. Militia, their attack bonus against buildings, 0. Therefore, damage output 4 plus 0. Men-at-arms, they actually have 6 attack and get plus 2. So, actually, the upgrade from Militia to Men-at-arms doubles the damage output against buildings.
I accept your apology.
I'm very sorry, Jordan. I didn't want to mislead you.
It's fine.
Never had bad intentions.
Sure.
Castle Age timing,
buy that.
very similar, by the way. 1928 there against 1937. Sharp timings.
This is... I have to copy those build orders for sure. It's crazy. Really impressive. It's really impressive. Wow.
So no hold there for some people that think next to the woodline at the top, but skirmishers there to protect anyways. And Max, pretty solid here. The Viper, he will just play double archery range as well. What's your decision here? When do you add to siege? When do you go for ballistics? When do you go for the siege workshop?
So usually you want to have ballistics out as soon as possible. So there are players like me, for example, we're even, when you reach Castle Age, you use 2 villagers to get the university out as soon as possible. And you obviously want to go for Botkin and expose right away. And once you have ballistics in, you will try to get a siege workshop out there where the hill is, where the Viper is close by, and take him from there. And when you have the siege workshop there, most likely you will go for the extra TCs in the back. But first, you invest into the army.
Oh god, and now
Oh.
new info. Jordan, new info arriving. Choo choo. New info arriving. Apparently,
Yeah.
it is even more because houses have armor and therefore you do less damage and not all of it is going through. So it's even more than double of the damage output.
Okay, compared like the comparison between Man at Arm and
Yeah.
the Militia. Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
simplistic indeed by the Viper. The Max on the other side, floating quite a lot of wood.
Yeah, definitely. The Viper, I'm sure he will be surprised by the right-hand side attack, but it won't do too much damage, right? Maybe kill one villager maximum, and Viper is able to go back to the left-hand side. So it's not the biggest thing, and the Max is really struggling at home. Even forced to build a tower, loses 2 villagers in the process, and the Viper will just loop around and go to the left-hand side.
Looks like even 3 villagers going down there. Pretty hurtful indeed. And crossbow's just so active. And like, what's the defense here? I don't really see it. The crossbow's not really coming in. Viper just moves to the left-hand side. Not really pretty. And I think ballistic should be flying in pretty quickly. The counter of the skirmishers, they're 2 at the moment.
Yeah, especially Viper is able to fend off the archers now on the right-hand side. And what is the Max doing now? He's trying to switch to skirms, but the skirms will struggle a lot against exposed. He needs elite skirms. Okay, he's doing that. But he also needs a second armor upgrade. Otherwise, Viper has the option to out-micro him. Viper doesn't have ballistics yet, but he will soon be able to reach that.
He's at 50% at the moment, and now breaking through the wall for the 3rd time. Kind of weird. Oh, crossbow actually drove in there. Not really sure what happened.
Yeah, Viper was looping around, expected the archers to be gone away, but yeah, you know, a little mistake here from the Viper. But he's doing such a good job sniping 2 more villagers there, and the Max is really having some issues here, and he doesn't have ballistics yet, so not the best position he's in here.
Viper now going pretty wild, is adding some knights to counter that attack. Meanwhile, sending a villager forward could be an aggressive siege workshop. Tries to get out of there alive. The Max is trying to go for some more kills. Viper will have 1 more loss.
Yeah, but that's the last one. And now there is no problem at home anymore. Of course, the skirms should be able to get rid of those archers, especially with having ballistics in there. But the thing is, you will not accomplish too many things with the skirms except for defending, right? But on the other side, which is totally fine.
Look at that villager! That's the Viper waypoint again. Like, he was walking behind there. Oh god.
What do you think that was intentional to send that villager? Oh yeah, he wants to build siege workshop.
Crossbow's now at the top, will be chased down, but that should be 2-3 villager kills guaranteed here, unless he pulls them.
He did not see that, nearly. He did
1
not
down.
see it.
Make it 2, make it 3. Could have been worse. Could have been worse, honestly. Only 4 losses there, I can live with that. You will get the army now.
Yeah, but still, I don't think that's a good thing, because he will not kill the army for free. He will also use lose units. And look at how many villagers are idle for the Vikings play. Just not a good thing.
Okay,
And on the left-hand side, Viper is piling on the pressure as well. So I think Viper is very happy with that trade there.
Viper did add another TC as well. Now the Mangonel knocking at the front door. Only palisades, more crossbows out. Viper just keeps producing here. 8 villagers ahead now. Military relatively even.
Yeah, I don't know. We have 49 villagers to 41, which is kind of a big thing, honestly. And now the
Well, it's
Viper...
handcart 41 against not even wheelbarrow 49.
No, he doesn't have wheelbarrow yet. That's
He doesn't
surprising.
have wheelbarrow.
Yeah, that's good to
And
know.
also wood upgrade number 2 for the Max already. Viper only as 1.
Okay, yeah. Then economically, I guess both of them are fairly similar. But the Viper has a perfect position on the top. What do you say to that, Nelly? What do you say to that?
Nice position on the top for the Viper.
On the right hand side, we have skirms and archers coming from the Max to Viper's base. So I think they can kind of wreak havoc as well. Very nice counter-attack here by him. I like that. Is he watching? Is he watching?
And should get the kill here under the minimum distance. Indeed,
Perfect.
nice one.
Perfectly
Traded
done.
1 for 1. Could have been worse.
Yeah, very nicely done here. The Viper realizes, okay, there's army coming his way, but the Max is really doing a good job in utilizing his army. Very nicely done here. The counter-attack. Yeah.
Viper was sitting under the TC there, did get 5 villagers before the Max could react again. Villager lead now increased to 15. Mangonel dies at the other side. There's so much going on for the Viper.
Yeah, exactly. Is he sending that villager to repair? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I would do.
He was a sneaky guy, Jordan.
Yeah. No one ever thought about that one, did they? Okay, so let's see. I'm pretty sure the Max will try to snipe that Mangonel with those archers, but he's not really able to do that.
Thinking about the gold at the moment of Viper's base. Let's take a look. Dials under the TC. Maybe a quick wall here, and then he's stuck between the two TCs. Viper not reacting at all. The micro at the other side was more important to him.
Yeah. That's really surprising that he was not quick walling that, but yeah, he's the Max is trying to wall him in, but not able to do that.
Oh god.
What is the villager count now?
64
44 to 64. Oh, that's tremendous. The Max will not deal so freaking much damage. There will be knights coming from the Viper most likely, and then that's all he can do here to call on the aggression there. So it's really tough.
3 TC for the Viper, we see 2 TC still for the Max. Nice upgrade advantage still. Viper now trying to out-micro this, goes for the crossbow. Can maybe take the hill. No, he just runs away. That is, I'm assuming that just one knight will come over pretty soon.
Exactly.
And will clear up those 3 skirmishes. Viper just wants to be so efficient.
Yeah, exactly. Very nicely done here from him. And those 3 skirms, they're not really able to deal so much damage, right? So perfect decision here from him. And he will try, but is he able to catch those villagers off guard?
Well, there's the knight just camping in their way, so will be an easy pick. Meanwhile, the knight doing the job at the other side, and Viper, just so many small gimmicky moves that are working for him.
Yeah, totally. Very nicely done from him. However, Viper realized, I think, that on the right-hand side there were 2 villagers sent, and he only snapped 1, right? So I'm pretty sure he's curious in that regard.
I just saw a knight doing 6 damage to a villager. Shouldn't you do like, 6? It was at 10, and after the hit it was at 4.
It was uphill, right?
Yeah.
And the villager has +1 armor, but still,
yeah, that
doesn't make too much sense.
9 and uphill makes it okay. Well, Age of Empires works in
There's ways.
decimals there as well.
Yeah. Is he able to get the siege workshop up?
I say no.
I say yes.
I say no.
Okay.
I say yes.
Yeah.
That's why I brought you here as the perfect caster.
Really, you can learn a lot from me. I'll take you by the hands next time.
Okay.
So, 58 to 81 villagers. I mean, I've been playing this game for a while. Viper has the lead here, Nelly.
Viper indeed is trying to maybe even finish this one. Look at that. Triple stable is going for the defense upgrade, is going for bloodlines. That's going to be a massive push for him. Sees enough skirmishers, sees not a lot of map control by his opponent. He thinks a castle age all-in is actually his best way to approach this game.
Yeah, definitely. Very nice awareness from the Viper here. Really nicely done here. Okay, so he's getting rid of the siege workshop with those 2 knights. Obviously, nothing the Max is really able to accomplish there, and we have the knights coming out now, right? And that's something I'm pretty sure which will take the Max by surprise. And also, I like that idea because Viper realizes, okay, most likely he's trying to really push me with siege, and the best way to counter that is archers and knights.
Is it really taking him off guard though? I'm really surprised because 2 knights are still killing the siege workshop, and those knights just upgraded 2 +1 defense, 2 bloodlines, and he still thinks he can move out with the crossbows. What a ballsy move.
Yeah, I think you're not watching that as a player. I would really be surprised because you don't look at the siege workshop anymore. Right? You're like, okay, this one is done. Let's focus on other aspects of the game, and I guess that's something which would catch the Max off surprise.
And the thing is, the Max now even thinking about going in. Look at that. Has a lot of food, a lot of gold in the bank, and those 14 crossbows are going to die. Viper is diving in deep. That's 8 knights and a solid 16 crossbow. Max is trying to run, but he can never win this.
That's not gonna happen, yeah. Especially the knights are fully upgraded now as well, so nothing the Max can do here. No chance.
Some microing there. What do you even want to go for? Do you want to decimate the crossbow numbers or the knight numbers?
That would just GG.
Okay. Well, another approach, surely. Some Mangonel moonwalking there at the left-hand side, still trying to make that attack happen. Viper, he now goes for the big attack. Knight number at 13 at the moment. More production coming after this one. Solid 107 villagers. That's more than a 30 villager lead at the moment. The Max he needs to hold. He needs to get to Arbalest.
Yeah, exactly. And even if he is getting Arbalest, that's not a guarantee that he's able to win the fights as well. So, but I don't think we will see that, really, honestly. I think Viper is doing just a tremendous job in getting rid of all the army early on before the units can even benefit from the Imperial Age upgrade.
Still, the Max playing pretty solid there. Quick walls and top, they're absolutely there. And, well, he is trying to hold, tries to keep his crossbow numbers alive. Exactly what he needs to do, but the push is already so far in. Now the crossbows. I think Viper is diving in for the kill.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. And I mean, he's growing his economy more and more in the meanwhile. I'm pretty sure castles will be placed very soonly as well. And, you know, having so many stables, how many does he have? 3, 4 archer ranges. He's just piling on the pressure here.
Thumbring now behind this one as well. Forging coming in. Full production. Crossbow, villager, knights. I think even maybe going for some rams might be an option. Knights doing a good job at the top. The Max reaches Imperial Age with still 18 crossbows. But look at his resources. He can't afford any upgrades.
Cannot afford any upgrades, and he's about to lose even more archers on the top. So, definitely not the best situation for him here. Nice idea here or nice move here from him by garrisoning all the archers and ungarrisoning them on the left hand side. But that's not something which will save him. And as you said, really, the upgrades are kind of costly as well.
Double the population now for the Viper. Goes into elite skirmishers, goes into light cav. He just says, okay, from now on I will ignore the bonus that I get with my civilization. I will just go for trash, and he just wants to keep up the pressure. The Max, he's just so cornered in this one as well. Tries to go for a 30C score, not looking too hard for him.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, we have 2,000 score difference, and of course, fully upgraded castle age skirms and knights will rip apart those low Arbalest numbers, no question about that. And especially Viper is having such a huge economy, as already pointed out, and he's getting all the map control, getting great hills for the castle placements. So there's not too much going on here for the Max anymore.
Will we see Oingans or will we see Imp? We will see Imp first. Is he trying to go for it? Keeps away from it now. Tries to take another fight. Arbalest doing a good job of microing there. More light cav for now the main unit. We will still see some more rage. Look at that crossbows in the back, even very annoying.
Yeah, and the Max is not even reacting. Okay, now he's garrisoning it. But do you think this is the timing where the Max is calling the GG?
Well, he absolutely could. Arbalest numbers are just so slim. 16. Villager count is pretty damn nice, but now he ruined the party, and well, he is still blocking off some raids, but he will never get out of the stranglehold.
No chance there. Also the expos on the top there, they are very well placed here. And look at the minimap, how Viper is just standing units and units over and over. So, wow, very great performance here from the Viper, showing how it should be done against the Vikings player. Yeah, I think there's a lot we can learn from that.
What is your main takeaway, John?
Main takeaway is honestly the build order from Viper. I mean, he was going for fast village, like militia into archery range, and he was able to click almost as fast up to castle age as TheMax. And that's something for me which is incredible. Because I obviously have been in this position a couple of times now in the last games, and I'm maybe 2 or 3 minutes later, right? This is just incredible.
The thing is, if you are playing against Rush FC, you are 2 minutes later as well, right? TheMax did go for the upgrades, did go for fletching horse color, double bit X, did delay himself, and therefore both reached castle edge with the same time, and then the Viper simply outmoved TheMax. GG, the Viper. The big favorite, we did predict 3-0, but that was really convincing on top of it.
Totally. Like, I didn't feel like any game was even close. It was just a pure dominance. Really have to say so. Unbelievable. I'm very impressed by that kind of domination again.
Did see some Orion guns in the end, but they didn't really fight. I'm interested to see what the matchups are going to be. Obviously, next weekend, you want to tune in again. Saturday, we have the elimination matches, so TheMax will play and try to take his revenge, or try to win again against Ogao, for example. We will have Tero joining Leary, all trying to find their spots. On next Sunday, we will already have quarterfinals. If I'm looking at the statistics, where should I throw my eye to, Jordan? Oh, you're already typing.
Yes, I already blew up the statistics, I'm sorry.
Okay. Food is pretty massive there. 8k food difference. Collected so much more stone as well. And as you said, castle edge timing. Very close here. Impressive play.
Easy. Yeah, 7% was the difference if I'm not mistaken, so very close. Very, very close.